Hey everybody, welcome to the KTT show. Jayden and I have a ton of events we'd like to talk about, and I'm actually going to kick it off by talking about our KTT tournament in Texas that we just got back from. Was your plane ride rough or was it smooth?
It was kind of rough. There was a lot of bumpy parts.
Yeah, ours was pretty smooth for the most part. We when we left out, there was some storms, and it was kind of rough for a little bit, but it wasn't too that bad. I slept most of the time, so
Yeah, I can't sleep in a plane.
I was tired because when we left, our plane left at I think it was like we had to leave the hotel at 3:30 in the morning, so it was early. Do you have spring break next week?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm on spring break this week, so it's different.
Yeah, now I don't have, or now I have spring break.
Yeah, today's Friday. What all's been going on?
I was working on my race car earlier, my go-kart.
What are you working on?
I was putting a new seat in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was it easy or hard or?
Putting a new seat in is the easier part of what we have to do to them.
I've had my four wheeler. We had to fix the exhaust on it yesterday. So
Yeah. Now after this, I have to go change a sprocket on my other car.
that wouldn't be too hard, would it? Earlier today, we was at McDonald's, and we was going through the drive-thru, and a rooster came running across the parking lot. And I looked at my dad and I said, "Dad, there's a chicken running across the parking lot." And he was like, "What?" And I said, "It's a rooster." And it was a big rooster. It was huge, like really big. But
What did you get at McDonald's?
I got a cheeseburger and a French fry and a large Coke.
Nice. I don't like any potatoes, so I don't like fries.
Oh my gosh! Well, I knew that because when we went to eat at that KTT tournament, you didn't eat lettuce, French fries, nothing.
And mustard.
No mustard. No, because they put mustard and pickles on your burger.
No, I like pickles. I just didn't like lettuce.
And the mustard.
Yep.
Have you had baseball recently?
I was supposed to have practice yesterday, but
Did you go?
we were doing an interview.
Oh yeah.
He didn't show up.
we have practice a lot, but we're on spring break, so we're at my school. If we don't go to school, we're not allowed to practice or have games or anything. So we can have like optional practices where you don't gotta come, but you can if you want. But other than that, we didn't have like an actual full team practice.
Yeah.
So my high school coach gives pitching lessons, and I go down there and I catch them for her, so she don't gotta catch them. And I've been doing that. I was there 4 days this week doing that. So
yeah, is that like a weekly thing or just every once in a while?
Oh, it's all the time. Like I'm there at least 3 times a week catching lessons. So I hit in the cages some too.
Yeah, my grandpa has cages at his house.
Does he?
Yep.
How many is there?
He just has one.
Just one?
Yep, and then a bullpen and a little spot for ground balls and stuff.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Normally, if we want to do all that, we gotta go to either our indoor facility for the team or anybody can go to actually, or we'll just go to the field if it's nice outside. Did you watch the Reds play last night on opening day?
No, I didn't.
You didn't? They played the Braves last night. They beat them.
Oh wow. Yeah. What did I do last night? I was at Cornhole last night.
Did you do good?
I didn't play.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah, I was helping run it.
Oh, okay. Who won it?
This guy named Alan H. and Eck.
Was it like different divisions or was it just one big tournament?
Just one division. Okay. But it was just one big tournament. Like you have your 4-round bracket play, and then 4 rounders, and then you get your teammate and then play the bracket.
Yeah. I actually have a regional tomorrow, so that's going to be fun. I think my Cup and Donald Cup might stop in too, so that'd be nice.
Yeah. Did you play in any league nights this week?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, I get to play on a league night on Wednesday and Thursday this week.
we're going Sunday after the regional. We're going to Steve's, which is the owner of Cornhole Solutions, and we're gonna have like I think a barbecue and like a little tournament or something. So and my cup and Donald Cup is coming down there too.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
And how far away are they from you?
2.5 hours. So it's not that bad of a drive.
So you guys are going there Sunday morning?
Yeah, we're staying with Nate and them after the regional tomorrow, and then we're just gonna ride down together.
Oh, nice.
How many pets do you have? Do you have any animals?
Oh yeah, I have 2 pigs, like 15 chickens, 2 dogs.
Okay. We used to have 3 dogs, but we got rid of one of them. Now we only have 2 and a bearded dragon.
Oh yeah. And then at my grandma's house, I have the bearded dragon, not at my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of animals, I had to chase my dogs around the house the other day because they was chasing another dog. So.
Oh God.
Yeah, and they're fast.
At my grandma's house, we have a dog, and his name is Tulo, and he likes to bite everyone.
Reese, like Dottie is the most friendliest dog ever, but Reese will, if she don't like you, she'll bite you, and it's kind of scary.
Yeah, and then if we have to have him on a leash or else he'll run away.
Yeah, we had to get a leash for our dogs because I keep having to chase them around the house. Do you play baseball for your school team, or do you just play in like a league?
It's a travel ball team. My grandpa coaches it.
Okay. Yeah, I play. So I play high school varsity, and then I have a travel ball team.
Do they ever interfere with each other?
Yeah, but we're not. If we play high school ball, we're not allowed to play travel ball until it's over with. So, but the other night I got my first high school hit, and it was about 5 foot away from going out. I thought it was going out.
How big are the fields you play on?
Ours is actually so. Most of them aren't as big as ours. Ours is actually one of the bigger fields we play on, and in center field, it's about 245 maybe.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then in the corners, it's like 200.
Where did you hit it?
The center field, the deepest part of the daggone field. If I would have hit it to left field, it would have went out.
Yeah, or on any other field, it would have went out probably.
Yeah, probably. We have a pretty big field. How big are the fields you guys normally play on?
I think center field is like 315.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good size field.
I don't like that field that we play on. It's our Moore Road field, and it's just there's some rocks in there, and that make the ball take horrible bounces.
Yeah, for my old travel ball team, our field was sometimes like it would get really dry, and if I had to dive or something, I have it scarred right here, and I always get like scrapes and stuff right there. It hurts so bad.
Yeah, when we take lead-offs, everyone tries to pick each other off, so we have to learn how to dive back to the bases fast.
Yeah. What position do you play?
I play second base, and every once in a while I'll catch.
Okay.
Yeah, but
do you like catching?
If I have to, I will, but I like it. I just don't like getting all the gear on and stuff.
See, I used to play shortstop, and I still do, but for high school, I just catch, and then travel ball, I play shortstop and catch. So, in travel ball, sometimes I'll get a little bit of a break from it.
I'm lead off too.
Okay.
Where do you hit?
I normally hit either second or fourth. It just depends on whoever is playing varsity that day. For travel ball, I normally hit fourth though. I had, I think, 6 RBIs the other night. So,
a couple weeks ago, it was like there were 2 outs, and then everyone was yelling, "Don't be that guy!" I hit one over the right fielder's head.
Did you?
Yeah. But then we were down by like 2 runs, and then our last person struck out.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, or 2 people after me struck out.
My travel ball team, we was playing a tournament one time, and I was catching, and there was a runner on third. And normally when people get big leads on me, it makes me like aggravated because I'm gonna throw them out eventually. So she just kept getting a bigger lead and a bigger lead. So I finally got tired of it, and I picked her off at third, catching.
Yeah, did you backpick her, or did she steal and you got her?
No, I backpicked her.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And then we was playing E-Town, which is a team about an hour and 15 minutes away from us. And I threw 4 girls out catching. So
oh, that's good.
I had 3 pickoffs, and a girl tried to steal third on me, and that didn't happen.
Yeah.
By like 3 foot.
Yeah. We have our catcher's pretty good on our baseball team.
Is he?
Yep.
Our high school team is decent. We'll be decent eventually.
Yeah.
Travel ball we're good.
Yeah. So how often do you have games? Like how many times a week?
Next week I actually have 6 games, so I only have 1 day off. And then travel ball is only on the weekends for tournaments.
Oh yeah, we only have games on weekends.
Really?
We normally have either a doubleheader. We'll have probably a doubleheader on every Saturday or Sunday.
Okay, that's nice. Doubleheaders, I like doubleheaders, honestly. I think they're fun. They're tiring, but they're fun.
Yeah, I especially like tomorrow. It's supposed to be a doubleheader before a big race.
Oh gosh. Okay, so you're gonna be really tired.
Yeah.
So I think you said earlier you were racing 2 carts tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm racing. So one car, they're both actually 500s, like 500 cc's, but one of them's a 450 4-stroke.
Okay.
One's a 500 2-stroke, but my 450's bored out to a 508.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then it's about to get a bigger crank in it to go up to a 580.
Oh, okay. That's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Do you like cornhole or racing more?
We have a lot of money invested to racing, so I like racing.
How long have you been racing?
Yeah. What?
How long have you been racing?
I started when I was like 4, but I only raced like maybe 2 times a year, maybe.
Yeah.
But now we're racing probably 40 to 50 races a year.
That's a lot. Holy crap.
Yeah.
How many sponsors do you have?
How many what?
Sponsors.
Let me see. I have one, my grandpa, he has 2 businesses, so 2 for him, and then my dad, his, and then we have like Remax, and then one construction company up here. He's just been helping us out when we need it, but that's really my grandpa basically.
Yeah, that's nice.
For it.
So you probably have more sponsors for racing than since you've been racing longer than cornhole, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I think so. Obviously, I'm sponsored by Cornhole Solutions, and then I have a couple other little small sponsors that are on my jerseys, but not too many.
Oh, nice. I wanted to play in a league night tonight, but my grandpa says it's going to be too late of a night and then too long of a day tomorrow.
Yeah, you're probably going to have a really long day tomorrow, especially 2 races.
Yeah, and then I got to be at the field at like 7 in the morning.
That's early.
Yeah.
We had a tournament one day. It was in Madisonville, I think, and we had to leave the house really early in the morning. But
yeah, I think we have to probably leave at like 6:30 tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Who are you playing? You know?
We're playing the Chico Aces, and they're a pretty good team.
Have you guys beat them before?
We haven't played them. This is going to be our first time playing them this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. So there's a travel ball team based out of California. They're really good. They actually fly the catcher in from Las Vegas. They're called the Corona Angels. Have you guys heard of them?
I haven't, no.
No. Well, anyways, when I was 10, we was in a really big select tournament, and the catcher, her parents had already been talked to by UCLA, so that's a big deal. And the Corona Angels are the UCLA feed.
Oh wow. Yeah. Is anyone looking at you?
Not yet. Probably my sophomore year of high school is when I'll get looked at. Right now, it's really hard to get looked at where I'm still young. So
yeah.
Normally, the only time colleges would be around me is at bigger tournaments like that select tournament. But other than that,
yeah,
it's a little bit like later on is when I'll get looked at.
Yeah.
What college are you wanting to go to?
I want to go to Stanford.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're D1, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you wanting to go for like a scholarship on academics, or what do you want to go for?
I want to be either like a veterinarian or a marine biologist.
Oh, okay. See, I want to either be. These are two totally different jobs, but either a sports and medicine doctor for the MLB teams, or a master electrician.
Yeah.
Both of them make pretty good money, so that'd be good.
Yeah. I'm gonna know how to be an electrician since my dad's an electrician. So.
Mm-hmm. Actually, in our old house, we was putting in all new like light fixtures, outlets, ceiling fans, all that, and I did all of them except for a couple.
That's cool. So you already know how to do all that stuff.
Yeah, but there's a lot of other stuff that I still gotta learn how to do.
Yeah, I think I'm going to work with my dad on Tuesday.
Are you?
Yeah.
That'd be nice. What are you guys doing?
I don't know. I think we're just gonna go put the plates on the outlets and put outlets in and stuff, put fans in. And...
yeah, that'll be pretty easy then.
Yeah, probably put can lights in.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember we was changing a light fixture in the mudroom before you went to the garage at our old house, and the first time I had ever wired one, my dad couldn't get it wired because his hands was too big, and he told me to do it, and I had no idea what I was doing, and I did it perfectly, and it was ever since then I've been doing it.
Oh, that's cool.
And I like doing it. I think it's fun, but I just hope I never get electrocuted.
Yeah, that'd be bad. Mm-hmm. I think one of my dad's workers before the campfire, he got electrocuted really bad, and then they had to bring him back to life and stuff.
Oh gosh.
That's yeah. Scary. And then he quit being an electrician after that.
That's really scary.
Yeah.
That's gotta be like terrifying though, you know?
Yeah.
I know. My dad used to work with a guy that said he got struck by lightning on his foot.
What the heck?
But yeah.
Crazy.
That's scary though. We actually, speaking of lightning, it was coming a storm the other night. Well, actually, I think it's in the morning. But there was a big old bolt of lightning that hit really close to our house. And I saw it, and I just went ahead and plugged my ears because I knew a big like thing of thunder was gonna come through. And when it thundered, it rattled the house.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was loud, really loud.
Yeah, in the wintertime. There's a lot of thunderstorms up here.
Is it? See,
yeah,
it's different because like in the wintertime we get a lot of ice. And then when springtime comes around, that's when we get really bad storms. And then summertime, it's really hot, and fall is like 70 degrees. It's really cool in fall.
Yeah. And then our fall is probably about 70 degrees too.
Is it?
That's what it stays, yeah.
But
like right now, it's getting pretty hot.
It was like the high for today was like 46 degrees here.
Wow.
Yeah. I wish.
Here was like, I think 90 or 89.
That is hot. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But I wish it was like 80, anywhere from 70 to 80 degrees every single day all year round.
Oh,
But
wow.
it was like that at KTT tourney. I really liked it. So
Yeah, I'd like it like probably that too.
yeah, it felt pretty good down there. What time did you guys have to leave out Sunday morning?
We left the hotel at 3.
Mm-hmm.
The plane left at 5.
That's really early, like really early.
Yeah.
I remember when we got off the plane and got in the car and stuff. I was ready to fall asleep, but I tried to stay awake because we was going to get something to eat. And normally, like if I fall asleep and then wake up, I don't want to eat, so I tried to stay awake. So you guys are 3 hours behind us, right?
Yeah, so it's 4:24 here.
So it's 7:24 here.
Yeah.
That's a big time difference.
Yeah. It was a lot different when we went to Texas for us.
It was different for us too, because they are an hour behind us, I think.
Hawaii, I know it's a lot. It's a way different time.
Have you ever been to Hawaii?
Yeah, I went to Maui.
Okay, that's fun. Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was fun. Have you been to any of the Hawaiian Islands?
No, I haven't. I've been to Jamaica though, and we loved it there. It was so pretty.
So have you guys scheduled your trip to Mexico?
Not yet, but I think we're going to soon. I hope so because I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really pretty there.
Yeah.
We was also thinking about maybe either Puerto Rico or a place, I forgot what it's called, or Lake Tahoe, that's what it's called. It's supposed to be the clearest lake in the world.
Lake Tahoe?
Uh-huh.
That's not far from us.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you know how far away it is?
I don't think it's super far away from us.
It is from us.
Yeah, it's only 3 hours away from us.
That's close compared to us. It's a long way away from us.
Yep.
Have you ever been there?
No, I haven't, but there's a place by it like called Lake Almanor. That place is cool.
Is it clear like Lake Tahoe or?
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did you like get on a boat or anything?
Yeah, we went fishing there.
What did you catch anything?
Yeah, we caught some trout.
We have a lake about 30 minutes away from us, and there's a bunch of big fish in there. And my uncle and my papa went fishing one morning, and they caught a I can't remember if it was 9 or 10 pound bass, but it was huge.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was really big.
We go striper fishing around here, and pretty big striper we can catch.
What's the biggest you've ever caught?
The biggest I caught was like 20 pounds.
Holy crap, that's a big striper.
Yeah, the biggest my dad caught, I think, was like 28 pounds.
That's a big fish, especially for a striper. All right. Well, we enjoyed talking to you guys today. Let's kick it into the intro.
So we are here with the KTT Young hosts. We have Halle, Siler, Riley Schaff, and Maddie McBride, and they are becoming better hosts with each and every interview. And we are blessed and lucky and honored to have as their guest this week, the one, the only, the GOAT, Matt Guy. So we love these interviews because the KTT show offers questions that we haven't heard Matt answer a bunch of times on other podcasts or other shows. Kids ask the darnest things. So I can't wait to see where they take this. I have full faith in them. And with that being said, I want to just thank you, Matt, for giving up your time. You're awesome. What a friend to both Girls 32 and KTT you have proven to be. Girls, make me proud. Y'all got this, okay?
So me, Riley, and Maddie we're so excited to be able to have you on the KTT show. And we want to ask you some questions that a lot of people haven't asked you or we haven't known the answers to. So I'm going to start off by asking you, since you're the GOAT and goats love to eat, what's your favorite food to eat?
My favorite food is lobster tails or crab legs. Take your pick. Absolutely love seafood. Yeah.
That's really funny. That's really funny because when we just got on here, when you just did an example of what you love to eat, she mentioned crab legs.
Yeah. Yep. That is definitely the top of my list, without a doubt.
My whole family we love seafood, so we don't get it a lot because it's expensive. But
right, it is expensive. So I'm the same way. It is expensive. So yeah, I treat myself about once every 2 months, maybe I get to treat myself to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I normally eat shrimp for seafood.
Love shrimp too. I love shrimp too, but crab legs and lobster tails are just the best. Actually, me and Brett were at a Super Bowl party in Vegas Sunday. We got invited to this big fancy Super Bowl party, and they had all you could eat lobster tails at this party. So yeah, we it was pretty ugly. We threw it down pretty hard.
What do you think about like all the oysters and stuff like that? Do you like that stuff?
Like oysters too. I do.
Oh,
I'm a seafood. I love seafood. Octopus, no, but pretty much anything other than octopus, yes.
I've had fried calamari before, and I didn't really like it. It's too chewy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I would try an octopus. Ugh. I don't even like looking at them. So I don't think I'd like eating them.
I'm the same way. The same way.
So whenever my dad and I would play with each other, we usually don't do well because we end up getting an argument about what bags we have to throw. So I'm wondering, how do you and your son Brett, get along throwing bags together?
So that's an interesting question because I'm at the point in my game where I like a faster bag. Brett's at the point in his game where he's liking a slower bag. So there is some discrepancy there, right? So it's kind of been 50-50. Here lately, we've been throwing the slower bags more than the fast bags. So the first few terms we played in this year, we were throwing the fire incinerators, which are faster, because I was like, hey, I'm on fire. You need to figure out how to throw these bags. Just throw it down the middle and let's rock, right? And then as the years gone on, I'm like, okay, I'm on fire. I should be able to throw anything. So I'll throw your bags. I just got to throw them down. The same concept, right? I just got to throw your bag down the middle and you'll be confident. So it's kind of, it's kind of whoever can adjust easier should throw the other person's bag. But the name of the game, regardless, is throwing down the middle is what wins. I don't care what bag you have, how you're throwing it, if it's fast, if it's slow. If you throw it down the middle, you're going to win. So whoever's more confident in their shot, they should throw the other person's bag. Would be my answer to that.
Yeah, I just got they're skinny boards, and they've got KTT on them, and it helps you focus on staying just down the middle of the board. And I love them. They're really good for being able to stay in the middle of the board.
Yeah, so you're liking the skinny boards? See, that's not. I tried them once, and I was like, I take the big board, and same thing, throw it down the middle. But I get the concept of it. You're focusing your eyes to train to be down the middle, and you're teaching your mechanics to strictly be down the middle. I get the concept of it, 100%.
Yeah, I normally care about the bags I throw in order for me to throw them, because it'd be hard for my dad and I to select the bags we want to throw. I normally go with mine because I like a slower bag than a faster. So
I love slower bags because Jordan Langworthy taught me how to throw, and I've got a really low, hard, flat bag, so I've got to have something stickier to be able to stay on the board.
I understand that. Yep, I understand that.
Okay, so you go to a lot of big tournaments, and how do you prepare for those big tournaments?
So I practice. I work. So I get up in the morning, I work all day, I come home and eat, and then it's practice time. So like a good example is the national we were just at in Vegas, right? So when the opens were going on, I'd maybe go down and practice one day, sometimes 2 days a week. But leading up to Vegas for 3 weeks, I would literally go down every day. If it was just for an hour, fine. Sometimes it was 3 hours, 4 hours. If it was a Saturday or a Sunday where I wasn't in a tournament, it could be 5 or 6 hours. But it was every day. It was focus, and it was good practice. It wasn't like just being down throwing or somebody else there and we're goofing off and doing stuff. No, it was serious, get my mechanics right, practice. And it was focus. So what that does is if you go in this tournament, you've done all this practice and you're feeling confident, your shot's feeling great. When the pressure's on, then you just got to trust your mechanics. And if you trust your mechanics will get you through the tough moments and the high pressure moments.
Yeah. On average, how many hours a day would you say you practice?
So for the last 3 weeks, I practiced roughly 2 hours a day. If it was Saturday or Sunday, it was 5 to 6 hours on those days.
Well, I guess that's what it takes to be as good as you.
Nothing comes easy. You gotta work at it and you gotta earn it. And it paid off for me. I mean, I went to Vegas. I was confident it could be. There wasn't a shot I felt like I couldn't make, and it paid off, right? So, that's the rewarding part at the end is if you get that win, it just feels extremely rewarding because you went and you earned it.
Speaking of winning, how did you feel when you won singles? Like, what bags were you throwing?
I was throwing my fire incinerators, and like I said, I felt just a big, huge reward because I worked so hard these last 3 weeks to earn that singles victory. So it was exciting, it was rewarding, and it was a big relief of breath. Like I did it.
Yeah, it's pretty big. Like Las Vegas, I mean, seems like a pretty big place. A lot of
Yep,
pressure. I don't think
it
I'd be
is,
able to.
and for whatever reason, I don't know why or what it is, but my record in Vegas is incredible. When I go to Vegas, it seems like I don't lose. Don't know why. Just the way it is.
So whenever you have a bad day throwing, how do you come back from that and reset from a bad day?
Oh, you just gotta strictly forget it. I mean, I'll talk to myself. I mean, if you watch me play, you'll see me talking to myself under my breath the whole match, good and bad. If I'm stroking and it's good, I just keep telling myself, just keep trusting mechanics, keep trusting mechanics. If I make that mistake, you gotta recognize the mistake and I know exactly what you did, why that bag went right or why that bag went left or why you overshot it by 4 inches. And if you practice enough and get your mechanics right, you should know exactly why. I mean, it's all feel. When you come through, man, you can as soon as you let go of that bag, you can pretty much feel if it's going in or not going in. And I'm sure you've all had those days where you're throwing good. As soon as that bag's out of your hand, you know if that bag's going in or that bag is not. Sometimes you get surprised, right? I mean, sometimes you get surprised, but for the most part, you can feel it. So, a lot of times it'll be, oh, I dipped my shoulder coming through. Can't do that. Or it's, oh, I tried to overthrow it. Can't do that. Just
Or you hit your
tell
leg.
myself, yeah, tell myself just simple little things and try not to make that mistake again.
Yeah, everybody always wonders like what kind of music you're listening to when you play. And I've always thought it's like AC/DC or like Metallica or something, but what do you actually listen to?
You're pretty much spot on. It's a lot of I grew up in the 80s was my high school days, so it's a lot of old school heavy metal rock. It's AC/DC, it's Motley Crue, it's Judas Priest, it's Kiss, Tesla, just big hair rock bands they called them.
That seems kind of hard
Is
to
that
focus when you're playing the game.
But it's all like high adrenaline, fast music. So it fires me up. It does. It fires me up.
is that like one of your superstitions, or do you have like any superstitions when you play?
So I have on my phone here. I can show you actually. I got my phone right here. I can show you. Let me click here and here. I don't know. Can you guys see this? Can you see my phone? It says Matt's Cornhole Tunes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So before I start a match, I click Matt's Cornhole Tunes. There's the list of all my songs, and I just hit play, and it plays the same song every game in the same order. So like
So,
when I'm playing a game and it gets to Detroit Rock City, that's when I'm like, whoo, yeah, this has been a long game.
so I know in I believe Virginia you played Alex Hicks. I've known
Yep,
him for a while. How did
long
you
game.
feel when he beat you after about an hour or so?
I mean, I felt like, okay, yeah, he earned it. Is the first thing I felt was, man, he earned that one because it was a long game. I knew I threw good. I knew there was, I think, 4 points in that game where I had a bag hanging halfway in, if not more, that just didn't fall in. That could have ended the game. That's the breaks of the game. Sometimes the breaks go your way, sometimes they don't. But my first thought was, boy, here in that game because I knew I threw good. So obviously he had to throw good to stay with me. There was few bags didn't go in. There's always, whenever you have a loss, there's always a few shots you think back to of, man, I missed that airmail by that much. That could have been the difference. But that's the nature of the game. But I mean, it was a tip of the hat, and kudos to him for a great match. But you're going to have those throughout the year. I mean, you look at all the opens I've played in, and then this first national. I mean, there wasn't an easy win in any of them. They were all just battles. That's just where the game's at these days. Everybody's just that good. So when you win a big tournament, you've definitely earned it, and he earned that one, 100%.
I'm a little bit like, come on, a kid beat me.
No, because I know I've played him before. I know he's a good player. I've seen him beat some very good players and throw some very good games. So is he a kid? Yep. But can he throw the bag down the middle in the hole? Yep. So he's just another opponent.
Yeah. Do you think, like, if you had to pick somebody like a kid that's coming up and that is throwing really good, who would you pick to think that they would take your spot for being the GOAT?
If I had to take one, I mean, at this point, I'd probably have to take Alex just because of how composed he is during matches. I mean, he keeps his composure very well. And Brett was that way when Brett was young, man. Nothing ever shook Brett. He was just cool as a cucumber. And right now, Alex is that way. But I've seen many kids come through that everybody's like, oh, he's the next, and then they go away. So you just never know. You just don't. You just never know. But if I had to choose right now, I would take Alex, just because he's consistent, he's steady, and he's got a very cool demeanor about it.
Do you ever get mad when Brett beats you, or if you play him in a real tournament and he beats you? Do you ever get upset, or are you happy for that he won?
No. So I don't like to lose. That's a fact. But I don't mind losing if I play well. Just like the match with Alex, I played really well. He beat me. I tipped my hat. I get mad when I lose if I don't play well, because that's a me thing. All right, I didn't perform well, so shame on me. That's when I get mad. But losing's part of playing any sport, right? You're gonna lose. I don't care how good you are or who you are. You're gonna lose. That's part of it. I just hate playing bad. Is what drives me crazy. That's what gets me mad. But if I play good and Brett plays better and beat me, then absolutely hats off. Now, if I play Brett and I play like total garbage and he beats me, yeah, I'm going to be mad. Not at Brett, at me.
What's your most embarrassing moment that you've had when you've been playing?
Actually, I had a pretty good one last weekend. I don't know if anybody saw it. I was on the live stream board.
You fail.
You
fail. I walked up and just to tell him, hey, we're going to go twice. And I took 2 steps back, and next thing I know, I went down. I tripped right over the board. Took out the banner behind me and everything. So that was a pretty smooth move. But I won, so it worked.
I guess that fell help you.
Right. It didn't hurt. So that was a pretty I'm sure my face was red on that one.
So I've seen you do these TikTok videos, and you threw 4 bags in the hole with one hand.
Yeah, airmailed 4. How about that?
How'd you do them, and how many tries did it take?
That was, believe it or not, so I shot a video right before that where I was just throwing airmails, and I threw 24 airmails in a row. I made 25, 26, and then missed one, so that's why I only showed the 24 in a row that I did. But right after that, I took a break, and I was like, man, I made all 4 bags at one time last year. I wonder if I could airmail all 4 at one time. I've never tried it. Believe it or not, my 11th try was that shot you seen on TikTok. 11th try, and I was surprised. I was like, ooh, because I remember when I made all 4 last year, not airmail, but I made all 4 in one shot last year. It took me, had to be 60, 70 tries just to get all 4 to go at the same time. It's insane. My 11th try, they all went in. I was like, ooh, sweet, done.
Wow.
And that video, actually, I looked at that. It's at like 530,000 views on TikTok right now. I was like, oh, pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to do that. My hands won't carry that.
Yeah.
Nope.
So you just kind of set them all in between the fingers and let them rip. Is how I did it.
Okay, so whenever you're not playing cornhole,
Yep.
Like days that you're off, what do you do for fun or with your family or something?
So if it's a weekday, I'll just come home, work, and I'll chill more or less. Sometimes I'll go downstairs and I'll get on Carson's PlayStation and do some what is it, VR. He's got the PlayStation virtual reality. I like that, so I'll do that some with Carson. But if it's a weekend, we usually go and do something. Take the grandkids and do something, or the family or do something, or go to my mom and dad's and visit. It's usually, if it's not a cornhole tournament, we're doing something as a family. We love being around each other. We all get along. We all have a blast. I love being around the grandbabies. So it's generally something family related when I'm not playing, for sure.
Yep. Okay, so I'm almost 100% sure I'm not the only one wondering this, but what is the deal with the bright colored shoes?
The deal with the shoes. Okay, I will tell you that story. So we took the grandkids to the mall to see Santa right before Christmas. And my son Carson, who was 16, was with us. And I said, Carson, I was like, I need some new shoes for TV this year. Come with me and let's find me some shoes. So we went to like 4 or 5 shoe stores. I've always wore black or blue for as long as I can remember. My shoes have been blue or they've been black. And we're looking and I can't find blue. I can't find black. So after like the 5th store, I was like, dude, just pick me out some shoes. I really don't care right now. So these Mellow Ball, he's an NBA player. These shoes just came out. Literally, they were delivered to this store like 3 hours earlier that day, the lady said. So he comes over with these bright, actually that color is Red Blast, it's called. He comes over with these shoes and he's like, here you go, Dad. And I was like, really? And he's like, yep. I said, okay. So I put them on. I tried them on. They fit. So Carson's standing there and he's like, so I'm going to be real jealous of you. You know that, right? And I was like, see if they got a pair in your size, Merry Christmas. So he got a pair too.
Did you get bags matching with those shoes?
So he's got a pair just like them. And then actually the first time I wore them, everybody's like, well, you throw fire, so those shoes fit perfect. I was like, you know what? Good point. I throw fire bags. These shoes are fire. Good point. And then they made me, the bags I was throwing in Vegas were special bags to kind of match my shoes. Yes. Yep.
Yep, I noticed that. I was like, I didn't know if it was like purpose or if that's what he's just throwing, but I was looking, I was like, well, daggone, them bags are the same color as his shoes.
Yep. Fire asked us what color bags we wanted for broadcast board, and I said Red Blast. So that's as close as they could get, I guess. It stands out, that's for sure. Can't miss them.
What is on your bucket list this year?
My bucket list?
Yes.
Bucket list is long. It really is. I mean, it's no secret the way I've been throwing this year. I've been consistent, which actually crazy. The numbers I threw in Vegas for the whole tournament, like identically mimic the numbers I've had all year. My average for the year, like 10.65 average mimicked, 56 point whatever 4-bagger percentage mimicked, 85% bag in the whole percentage. I mean, it was just crazy how mimicked that tournament matched my year so far. But bucket list is player of the year, MVP, doubles team of the year, world champion. I mean, every top spot I can win is my bucket list this year. No question about it. And I'm going to be working hard all year to get it.
So we know you're a huge Bengals fan. And are you like in any other sports like baseball?
Yeah, I pay attention to all of it. I pay attention to football, obviously Bengals fan, baseball, Reds fan. I live close to Cincinnati, so I'm a Cincinnati fan, right? Always have been. But do I, UK basketball fan? But do I like live and die by all the sports? No. I I got my job, I got my family, and I got my own little sports world and cornhole. So if those teams win, great. If they don't win, it don't change my life any. Would I have loved to see the Bengals win a Super Bowl? I certainly would have. Did it really affect my life because they didn't? No, not really.
We used to live about 12 miles away from the Cincinnati Reds Stadium,
Oh, did you? Yeah.
and we used to go all the time and watch them. Which I play. I'm big into like travel softball and stuff, so it's
Yep.
always it kind of runs in the family.
Awesome. Yep. I live about 20 minutes from the stadium, so pretty close.
Yeah, me and Brett went to the same. We had the same kindergarten teacher, and we went to the same school.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember hearing that.
So when did you get sponsored by Fire Cornhole?
We started with Fire Cornhole at the beginning of last season, and they've been a great sponsor. I mean, couldn't ask for better people than Jason and Rachel to be sponsoring us. They've been fantastic. They came out with the incinerator bags, which are, man, they just fit everything I do with my throw. They just fit it. So they keep coming out with newer bags. I'm like, nope, I'm good. Everything about the incinerators just fit my game, so I have no interest in changing from them. But nope, Fire's been great. I've been sponsored by Slick Woodies from day one. I've been sponsored by Elite Cornhole, who's kind of a new group started. They're in the Nashville area. They're sponsoring us this year, and then got a couple other things working with like Mischief Maniacs as our agents, and do what? Yeah, I mean Guy Nation's always kind of been there, which acts hand in hand with Slick Woodies, and just a lot of exciting stuff going on in our world right now, and that's why I'm practicing and working so hard, because all these people are putting their trust in me, so it's up to me to perform for them. So that's another part too. I don't want to let them down.
If you could pick another doubles partner, and they weren't on Fire, who would you pick?
So I got to pick a partner that ain't on Fire.
Yes.
So it can't be Jamie, can't be Eric, can't be Brett, can't be Kaylee, can't be Megan.
Nope.
Probably take Josh Holland right now. Yep. I'd probably take Josh Holland right now if I had to, hey, you can't play with anybody on Fire, pick somebody else. I'd probably take Josh Holland. Me and him had a good conversation out in Vegas, and he's a great thrower. I don't know if you guys seen the game. Me and Josh played against each other in Vegas. We both threw over 11. I beat him 21-20.
So if you could be any animal in the world, what would you be and why?
A goat, duh.
Besides the
Besides
goat.
a goat, not a goat.
Yeah. Besides the
Not
goat.
a goat.
I would have to be a dog. I mean, dogs are the greatest animals in the world. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
They're so loyal and loving, and just, man, if I have a bad day, I come home to my dogs. They're always there to just, daddy's home and love on me and lick me. You got one right here. Love on me and lick me and cheer me up. And here, this is Nilla.
What kind of dog is he?
What is Nilla? Chihuahua Yorkie mix. She's got a big mouth, but she's a sweet girl.
I have a dog named Friendly, and he's sitting on the floor right now.
Yeah. But yep, I would definitely be a dog if I could be an animal. Well, yep, an animal, I would be a dog. If it was something in the water, I would be a dolphin.
Why would you want to be a dolphin?
Because all they do is just swim around and have fun and jump, and seems like they're always having a good time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have 2 dogs, and they're really smart. They're tiny though. Come here.
Yeah.
Here's one of them.
Yeah.
I can't carry my dog. He's too big and heavy.
He's too big and heavy? Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one that's
right
big
now,
and
so I
heavy.
don't bug him.
Awesome. But yep, I would definitely be a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Do any of your other family members play cornhole?
Yep. What was that?
Do any of your family members play cornhole besides your son?
Not really competitive. No, no. They play
Gotta bring
some,
it to
but
sport.
not competitive. But they're,
What
as they get older, I'm sure they'll, well, we'll see. We'll hope they get into it. We'll see.
what made you want to start playing there? Did you just kind of pick up a bag, or
I
what
did.
happened?
So I used to pitch horseshoes back in the day with my dad, and I was pretty good at it. And the first time I seen cornhole, I was just instantly good at it. So I was like, oh, I can do this. It was pretty easy the first time I did it. And then in the year 2000 I seen a flyer for a tournament. So I grabbed my brother and we went and played this tournament. Didn't win. I think we went 2-2, but could definitely see that it was fun, enjoyed it. And then I started seeing more tournaments pop up, and there was, prize money, go win money. It's like, yeah. So I just started doing it, and it was 21 years later, still going. Now I'm making real good money doing it and having a ton of fun.
Only the bag is a lot lighter than throwing a horseshoe thingy.
Oh, yes, it is. Much lighter. Don't hurt as bad either when it hits you.
Do you know about the Kids Start 2 tournament in April?
I do. I've seen that. I've seen it on Facebook. Sure do.
You should come and be the pro to be on the dunk tank.
Yeah, you should let us dunk tank you.
Make sure you don't break it.
Possible. When I'll have to look at the date and make sure I got that date open, and it's a possibility. Where they having that at?
When is it?
Texas. It's in Texas.
It's in Texas.
But I can't think of a better pro that would be more fun to dunk than the GOAT.
So
these girls.
We may be able to arrange that. We'll see.
These girls are fun, aren't they?
Get with me on that, and we'll see if we can work that out. Yeah.
I will. These girls are good, right? They're fun. They ask some fun questions.
Absolutely. I know all three of them. I've met all three of them, and absolutely.
That's awesome. Well, it says a lot about who you are and the kind of person you are, Matt. I think that you gave of your time tonight to be part of this new Kids Throw 2 show and movement. I did have one question that I wanted them to ask that none of them did. I think they were maybe a little too scared. Actually, I had two. One is, what do you think you do most to annoy your sweet wife, Beth Guy?
What do I do most to annoy my sweet wife, Beth Guy? That's hard to say because there's a long list.
Everything she's.
Yeah.
It could be wet towels on the ground, leaving the toilet seat up.
No, that's the other way around on that one.
Oh.
Leaving wet towels on the ground. I'm like, no, that's the other way around on that one.
That's so funny.
No, I do my own laundry. I pick up my own clothes.
You're like a gem for sure. I'll say that.
I'd say probably the biggest thing is I never do the dishes.
Do you leave dishes in the sink?
I do. That is probably my one thing, and it annoys her. Yeah. That's up there. That's up there.
Pretty cliche. I think a lot of wives have to deal with that. But I will say that she's got to be a patient soul in the fact that she puts up with so much cornhole. She told me she only has one rule, girls. The only time they're not allowed to play cornhole is on holidays. Yeah. So she puts up with a lot of cornhole, I think. But anyway, and then the only other question was, I told these girls, you are a fabulous singer, something that not everyone might know. Those who have seen the Guy Nation Cornhole Star video definitely maybe know this. Thank you for including Girls Throw 2 in that video.
Halle was in it too.
So I was in. It's very fun thing to be a part of. But you can tell how great his voice is when you watch that part. What we want to know was, what's your go-to karaoke song?
Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Listen, girls, I've heard him. I've seen a video where he sings it on a party bus. He's pretty good at it. So Matt, just to close it up, what advice would you give to these girls or any of the kids who are just coming up in the sport? The sport has changed, I have to imagine, since you first became, whether it's technique that people are gravitating towards, bag technology, or just sheer level of competition that's out there. I'm sure. Yeah, you've seen them all. So just the mentor of all mentors being you to all kids out there who want to be like you. What do you got?
I kind of said it earlier, really. It's practice and getting your mechanics right, and then trusting your mechanics, and it's down the middle wins.
Exactly. Down the middle is what I have taken from Matt.
Down the middle men. Down the middle men. Jesus. Down the middle wins.
Yeah. That's a tongue twister, but I will say that I've gotten that from you is you always say if you can just get it down the middle, then you'll outlast the opponent for most, for the most part. You can do these fancy roll shots and everything, but they're risky, and they're not that consistent always.
Yeah. I mean, I've been in 5 straight finals, 6 if you count the USA tournament. I throw down the middle and I throw airmails.
What is your most
fancy.
Celebrated win so far with the ACL? Like the one that makes you most proud so far, doubles or singles?
Go back all the way back to 2017 when me and Brett won the doubles world championship.
It's nice to win with a son, right? I mean, those are gold.
I still cry like a baby when I watch it.
Erie and Brett was on the broadcast. That's the first time I kind of was at a live event in this world of cornhole. And I just watched you go over and hug him afterwards. And I was just like, the mom in me came out.
I was crying when he won it. Just being a dad, man. Yep.
I know. And we love Brett. Here's the thing. I'm a Team Sliders fan. I hope that doesn't bother you because what are you, a woodchuck, right?
Geez, what am I?
Woodchuck. Cheyenne. Team Cheyenne. We'll just say Team Cheyenne.
I'm on Ryan Smith's team.
Oh, Ryan Smith. You got first pick. Yep. You were the very first drafted pick.
Carpetbaggers. That's it.
Carpetbaggers.
Yep.
Now, did you feel honored to be the first draft pick of the first team draft?
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
Just a little cool.
I seen Ryan in Virginia as he was leaving the weekend before that draft. I said, "Hey, you taking number 1 overall?" And he went.
Yeah, I asked him all the time. I asked his brother. I'm friends with Sean. But everybody said, how could he not take the GOAT? So we'll see. What do you think about the team component?
We'll see how it goes. Because honestly, let's see, that was Saturday morning, right?
Sunday. Saturday morning. You're right. Saturday morning. Yep.
So it was after Friday night and then the singles when I made it to the finals. So I was out celebrating and had to get up like extra early in the morning to go to that. So
And if you only have so much energy to expend, then you're probably going to save it more for not the team events, I would imagine. But
I mean, it is what it is, right? 100%. I mean, yep.
Well, ladies, I'm trying to get a pair of those Mackay shoes. I heard somebody ask about the shoes.
Yeah.
I have been looking them up. I'm like on eBay stalking them right now.
It's hard.
Yeah. They're a little out of.
See if he'll sell them.
Yeah, ask him what he's gonna upcharge me for this. I just love that you were thinking about something subtle, and this is what we decided on. That's so fun.
No, it ain't what we decided on. I couldn't find what I wanted. So I was like, pick me out shoes. I don't care. So when he brought it back, I was like, fine. Yep.
That's the ultimate prank on dad. I love it.
But it's so cool because
it's turned out so cool.
Those shoes are fire. You throw fire. I'm like, you know what? I didn't put 2 + 2 together, but good point.
And to be honest, Matt, the couple of times we've been at live events since you wear them, and I'm trying to find you, you are so easy to find.
Trey Ryder told me the same thing. Easy to spot.
Easy to spot. Yeah. Well, we could not appreciate you more. Ladies, any other last minute sign off questions or statements that you want to say to Mr. Matt Guy?
No. Glad to have you on.
Yeah, so glad to have you on. I mean, you are our 3rd or 4th guest on the show. And you were all on, they all gave us lists about who in the industry could have been pro or like a Trey Ryder that they wanted to interview. You made everyone's list. So it was a no-brainer to reach out and ask. And we could not be more appreciative that you said yes.
Cool. Yeah, so, my pleasure. We're happy to do it anytime. You know that.
And we'll look for you in the dunk tank at the KTT tournament that first weekend in April in Texas.
It could happen. It could happen.
You might not be able to beat that guy, but maybe you can dunk him, girls.
Right.
All right. I appreciate all of you guys. Have a great night and keep an eye on KTT and sign up for the tournament if y'all haven't already done so. All right.
All right.
Bye, you guys. Thanks, Matt.
Yep.
Thanks so much for watching.
Hope you enjoyed this week's Kids Throw 2 show.
Make sure to tune in every Monday for a new fun episode.
In case you forgot, it's a show made
More kids.
Bye, kids.